All right, when questioning cops on the witness stand at your trial, I think it might be more useful to sound more authoritative than they sound, because you got to get over the authority that's being implied with the police. You want to get over that they have the title, they have the training, and it's assumed that they know what they're talking about. So you want to get over that. And how do you do that? Well, I've come up with a plan here, because I'm preparing for my trial with questions. I'm just going to use this section as an example. Now, this isn't going to work with asking about detail of the situation, but for training, getting background, I mean, this is stuff I would want to, information I'd want to acquire by interrogatories or depositions, but I'm being denied that. So I have to learn a lot for the first time on the stand. Having trial number 1 was pretty much a deposition, and I can use some of that information that I've learned for trial number 2. It's unfortunate it had to turn out that way. Judge Owsley could have made things a lot smoother by allowing depositions. But I don't believe it's even built into the statute. So the lawmakers really ultimately could do a better job allowing depositions. But every question I'm asking here, like say 35, after completing the academy, did you swear an oath to uphold the United States Constitution as required by Louisiana Revised Statute 42-161? Now that's real. I made sure to double check that with Copilot. I'm bouncing around AIs, Copilot, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude. I'm bouncing around quite a bit with these different AIs. I gotta say that Google Gemini is more of a disappointment than anything. I'm paying for 2 AIs right now. Actually, the first month is free with Google. I'm paying for ChatGPT, which is the best legal source. I gotta say though, I think Copilot might be number 2, because Claude and Google Gemini are not living up to my expectations for citations. The ChatGPT 01 mini is a disappointment, but 4.0 seems okay. I just want to make sure I double check the laws, and I'm doing that, bouncing around from AI to AI, just saying, hey, does this look right? And just confirming between them. Some give sources, the Copilot gives sources, and I'll use them, and I'll refer to them. And this is something that is unique with questioning cops on the witness stand at your trial, is making reference to these laws. I mean, and specifically, let me see, did I specific, this is all training. I was referring to a lot of stuff that they would know more about. Okay, I have to go up. Okay, references to, like, say, references to the Louisiana State Police Crime Laboratory Forensic Services Guide. I asked another AI if that exists, and it does. Or the Louisiana Code of Evidence, Louisiana Legal Standards, Louisiana State Police Crime Laboratory, National Institute of Justice's Digital Evidence Policies and Procedures Manual. These are all things I want to reference. I want to sound like I have authority asking these questions. These questions have an authority behind them, okay? That's what the theme is here. It's not just, oh, I'm a police officer, or oh, I'm a lawyer, you better trust what I'm saying. No, I'm going to make references to the backgrounds on where this information is being reasoned, being rationalized, debated by committees and all that, and this is what they've come up with. And these are the pamphlets and booklets and guides and statutes and all that elected officials have gathered, maybe some non-elected officials, but other people support what is written in the manual, so it stands as a good source. I want to reference those, at least in this training section, my training section for my questions. And that's a step away from trial number 1 and the questions I asked. Also in trial number 1, I made reference a lot to national, federal law, and I want to step away from that. I want to step away from federal law and focus on more Louisiana law. What did the Louisiana Constitution adopt from federal law? Like for the Fourth Amendment, you don't call it the Fourth Amendment with the Louisiana Constitution. I got it. Yeah. Louisiana's Fourth Amendment is Article 1, Section 5 of the Louisiana Constitution. So instead of talking about my Fourth Amendment rights, I want to talk about Louisiana Constitution, Article 1, Section 5, or Article I, Section 5. And there's very similar language. I've asked ChatGPT what the differences are. And there are little differences. Actually, Louisiana is a little bit more, supposed to be a little bit more stringent on our privacy rights. So actually referring to the state constitution is better than referring to the federal constitution. Federal tends to be a little bit more broad-based. And this is a city court, so I know they'll appreciate more Louisiana references than U.S. national federal references. And okay, so this is taking a lot of time to do, but I mean, this is the direction they want to go, and it got ugly at trial number 1. So I want things to go a little bit better at trial number 2, and I'm taking the time to get more detail into my questions, more localized. I don't think I'll refer to case law as much. I'll see what Louisiana has for Terry v. Ohio, what statutes I could reference for that. I'll refer maybe to some federal law, but I want to keep things local and study exclusively Louisiana law, and that'll give the court an impression that I have more authority in my questions. And I think that'll work better than the first trial. I had a lot of objections. I don't know how they can object so much to Louisiana law. So it's a test, and I mean the AIs, all of the AIs have been help for this.